Hey, what is up, everyone? This is Matt from FryerPod.com into the Fryer Ramblings from the Kitchen podcast. And this is talking food. So, I told you I was going to teach you concepts and go through some basics and do some things that might be stuff that you already know or not. But today I was going to talk about how to dice an onion. It's pretty simple, but a lot of people do it in a way that is actually more dangerous for you than should be. So I was going to just take this little onion and do a little demonstration for you on how to dice it. So I'm going to go over here, and I apologize, I don't have a lot of fancy equipment. So I hope you can see this. I'll actually move this over and get this down over here so you can see what I'm actually doing. Okay, so you have this end of the onion, the bottom, the top. We're gonna take those off just like that. And you see I have my trusty little global knife here. We're gonna cut a little bit off, but you see this little part right here. You want to make sure to keep that on. It'll help you later on. So we've got that. We're going to move that stuff aside. Pretty simple so far. Okay. Now you may have watched the Food Network and certainly many other cooking shows. I am no Bobby Flay. I'm no Jeffrey Zakarian. But I will tell you, I did spend a number of years in the kitchen. And I think sometimes when I watch the Food Network, it makes me cringe because I look at people that have much, much more experience than I, and they do one simple thing that I think they do it in reverse. They do the same technique that I will show you, except I think they make it a lot harder than it needs to be. So we want to dice this onion, and what we will end up doing is we'll be taking our knife and running it through like this, all the way through, all the way down. Being careful not to slice all the way through. We want to keep the onion intact right here. So what I see a lot of chefs do is they will, and then what we are going to do is we're going to take our knife and we're going to pull our cutting board a little bit closer to us, and then we're going to go through like this to the back. So what I see a lot of chefs do is they will do this part first and go along, and then they'll try to cut through while the onion starts to spread out. I propose doing it in reverse, and I will show you what I mean. So you can cut in like this, and you can see right there, my knife is not all the way through, okay? And you want to make sure when you're cutting something like this, you can use this part of your hand and keep your fingers up and out of the way and cut through like that. Okay? So I didn't cut all the way through. And now my onion is still intact. And then now I'm going to curl my fingers under like that, like a claw, and then bring my thumb behind, and I will cut like this through. And that makes it much, much easier to dice your onion. Then you want to just go through. You're using this part of your finger as a guide for your knife. You don't want to lift it above because then you could chop down, but you can just go like this. And when you get to that last part, you can just flip it down on its side, and you can go through and slice like that, turn it, and then slice like that. Now, that's not too difficult. And I've done this a lot. I'm not going to show you how fast I could do it. That would be rude. But anyway, that's a little easy technique on how to dice an onion. I hope you learned something today. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.